Everybody loves to talk about values. Nobody tells you how to figure out what they are. So how do you figure out your values and why are they important? Your values are your ultimate aim. It's what's guiding you. If you don't know your values, you don't know what you are going to live up to. How do you find them? Well, some people do it wrongly. They have a vague sense of what's important to them that they keep in the back of their mind. You're not going to do that. You're going to actually figure out what's important to you. So every list of core values ought to be precise and they ought to have action orienting them. In other words, a verb ought to be in your value list, right? It's about doing something, not about thinking about it. So vague words, why are vague words a problem for a list of core values? Well, vague words can be misinterpreted by other people. Take freedom, for example. Freedom, everybody knows what freedom is. Well, look at politics in our country. Both political parties say they care about freedom, but they have wildly different ideas about what that means and what we ought to do about it. So if vague words and values can be misinterpreted by other people, that means they can be misinterpreted by people in your company or people in your family. It can also be misinterpreted by you in the future. So when we're setting upon an aim, we need everybody to be on board and know exactly what it means. So here's how to do it. First, write out a list of 50 values, and these can be vague words at the start. They're not going to stay that way. Run through all of them very quickly, your first interpretation of whether they resonate with you. If you have to think about it, then they don't resonate with you. So the ones that resonate deeply with you, put those in a pile. Then we're going to get that pile down to 15. You can spend a little bit more time in this second step, right? Don't just give it your gut reaction. Once you have 15, lay them all out in front of you so that you can see them. Whittle it down to 10. Once you get to 10, those 10 are probably going to stick with you for a long time, but we want to aim at what's important to you now. So we're going to go one step further and get it down to 5. Once you have those 5, answer 2 questions for yourself. What makes this important to me? And then 2, what would I ideally do if I prioritized this every day? What would I ideally do if I prioritize this every day? That second question is going to answer what your precise value is. For example, at Decidedly Wealth Management, we have a list of core values. One of them was integrity. What I learned is that even liars and cheats think they have integrity, and nobody wants to say, I don't care about integrity, that's not important. Everybody thinks that they care about it. But how can people think that they care about it and not act in alignment with it? Well, they define it differently. They have a different definition for what it is than I do. Well, I can't have that in my company. I can't have liars and cheaters in my company. I gotta have people who believe and act upon integrity in the way that I do. So we defined it differently. We call it be precise in your speech. Now, we accomplish 2 things by doing that. One is we know exactly what integrity means to us instead of a vague concept that we all have a different opinion on. It means be precise in your speech. In other words, say what you mean what you say, and what you believe. Well, it's also about doing something. It's about being precise in your speech, not just about this character trait that may or may not exist in your persona. So have a precise list of core values. Make sure they have verbs in them. Don't have more than 5. And post those so that your business and your family can be oriented toward the positive good. And so many of us have a list of core values for our business, and then we go to our family, a different organization that we're leading, and we have no list of values that's guiding that group of people. Have them for both. They're probably going to be different. And then you're on your first step to transforming your wealth, your business, your family to significance.